Once they extinguish, then it is time to send it. Here we go. Through the start chicane. No cones were hit. It's on. Let's send it for the first battle of our 2021 season. Matfield initiates. That Falcon Tire Grip Cave Corvette comes in tight. Naren overshoots, goes towards the kitty litter, and Matfield will continue on through the course. And just like that, we see our first victim of the quicksand. Speaking of quick, as he makes his way through, it looks like we will see a yellow flag, but Matfield does continue on through the course and then shuts it down. So that will be an automatic play. This is where it gets tricky. Naren said he had the worst drifting he had yesterday. He goes in the kitty litter on his first run. Now, if you're Matfield, I'd kind of pedal back, man. I'd kind of take it easy given what you see, but you don't want to give him too much room because then it would be kind of an inactive chase. But looks like Naren's put it together now, but is this too little too late? Matfield, the beast in the bay, chomping at the bit. Jonathan Naren doing really good right now into that second outside zone, but Matfield knows he has an advantage. He's going to keep it close, and there he goes. Nice past that touch and go area, and then in and around that final front flip, Ryan. He's going against the BC Racing Netto Tires Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. Field versus Denofa. Field will lead. Denofa will give chase as they come on down the pipe. Woo-wee, that's a sneaky initiation coming into that first inside clip. Here comes Matfield. Oh, scrubs some speed, but allows Denofa to straighten out. Oh, gains some ground, banging doors. Oh, man. I tell you what, things got a little interesting there. Talking about that smack talking. Rubbin is racing. Ryan, I really want to look at this. You saw the attitude of
He sped up and then had to put more angle in it to slow down to avoid a big accident. Here we go.
Here we go. Chelsea Denofa, Matfield in that chase position. Chelsea initiates, yanking that handbrake quite a bit. Comes in. Wow. You talk about that momentum zone. Good aggressive driving by Chelsea. Look at the angle from Denofa. Comes into that second outside zone in that keyhole. Look at that absolute sideways positioning of that BC Racing vehicle, going for gold.
Oh my God!
Literally, holy cow! Where'd they go? First you see them, now you for the style. They go for the amplitude, that X factor, and there we go. Matfield will lead. JTP chasing him down. Whoa, whoa! Little shots fired there. What? That was odd. As look at this, Matfield composed, massive angle from him. Justin Pollock regains his composure. And now up the hill into that second outside zone goes Matfield. JTP taking a bit of a shallower line here. And a hiccup there from Justin Pollock, now coming back down the hill into the touch and go. Now Justin Pollock looks just maybe out of sorts. I don't know what's going on here. The winner going against either Von Gittin Jr. or Eve Meyer. And Pollock slowly crawling out of that start chicane. Justin Pollock, oh, look at that. Tit for tat right as Pollock initiates, so does Field. Field takes a little bit of angle out of it. Now heading up the hill into that first outside zone. Both of them, no major errors. I like how it's going. Good flow, good proximity from Field. He knocks over that inside clip. Now into the touch and go. And Pollock around that final clip using all of the it's a must-win for Von Gittin Jr. in order, no, not the case even there either. Here we go, Matfield and Von Gittin Jr. The scenarios play out as the tires burn on. Matfield initiates into that front clip. Right there, look at him. Matfield just wraps it around that front clip. Now going to that first outside zone, some wavering by both the drivers in that second outside zone. Right there, riding the line is, woo, oh, doctor, look at this. Both these guys showing up, toe-to-toe, mono-y-mono. Body parts being shredded off, shredded to send it to end it. Matfield, gentlemen, who's going to come out on top? Von Gittin Jr. gets the clean air behind the wheel of his Ford Mustang. And Matfield hunting him down. Von Gittin Jr. initiates, big angle from Von Gittin Jr. Look at that, he's got that back right tire, Ryan, you're pointing out. Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing looks like he's on rim potentially, but if he finished, might have debeated, but if he finished, oh boy, and there it goes.
It debeated on initiation, and it's fine.
You ready, buddy? Little baby send. Let's send it! Atlanta, line up the night. The finals are here. It's a Falcon 1-2. In which order are they going to land? Matfield, the beast from the bay, initiates. Throwing into that front clip. Odie Bakshi's right there. on the back. Oh! Odie Bakshis lunges forward, gets in to the side of Matt Field. Jonah bands, is that sufficient? Here we go, send it for the finals. Odie Bakshis out front, Matt Field in the chase position. Who's coming out on top? Odie missing some of those carbon Kevlar bits, wraps it around that front clip, gets a little closer, doesn't have that bumper on. And look at this big angle. Matt Field with a big correction.
Oh boy.
And Matt Field, is that considered incomplete? Kind of came out of power, and now coming back down the hill.
Guys,
is that an incomplete? But the contact, Ryan, I hear you screaming. So it's scattered. So smothered is cheese, right? Covered, cubed, chunked, and then capped. I like the shrooms. Here we go. That is Matt Field and Odie Bakshis. Nice job there by Matt Field on initiation, going to that first outside zone. Into the second outside zone. Both these guys are dialed. Rip Roar ready to go into the keyhole. Around that front clip, out of the keyhole, both these drivers go. Now down into that touch and go, and that final clip. Looks like we got a full pull here, Ryan. Look at that. Oh, just as I say that. Odie Bakshis. All right, speaking of Venmo, talking about getting paid, let's send it Atlanta for potentially the last time here of the evening. Odie Bakshis out front, Matt Field sweating them. Look at this, around that first front clip. Oh man, Matt Field, he is a man possessed. Odie Bakshis filling all that outside zone 1, outside zone 2. Field taking a shallower line, but look at Matt Field. Oh man, he took a shallower line, he had a correction, exiting out of the keyhole. And then back up the hill. Woo! Listen to the beast from the bay. He was pumped, absolutely elated. So let's listen to the beast from the bay. All right, there it is. Feel the flow. See how the beast from the bay. See how it goes. Matt Field pulled away from Simon Olsen. Initiates high in the bank. Simon about 3/4 of the way up that bank. Matt Field rips through. Now transitions. Oh, Simon Olsen, not the right line. Goes on the left side, and that might be an incomplete. Was that an incomplete, or was that just tired? On the start, and here we go. Simon Olsen out front. And that Toyota Supra. Let's see how Matt Field lets it hang. Olsen, see him working that left foot brake, tapping it. Now transition was clean. Matt Field buried in that smoke. Not the biggest angle there from Matt Field, but he makes it work. Not as dramatic or drastic as Simon Olsen did. I think that's a good learning lesson. Here we go. With this battle, Odie Bakshis, clean start. Let's see how these frenemies throw down. Odie Bakshis high on the bank. Matt Field, those yellow headlights, getting right to the side of him very quickly, slamming down. All signs are saying Matt Field was the guy to beat in Atlanta. And there goes Odie Bakshis, a lot deeper angle than Matt Field, but still exciting. Pro Series LED kits available now. Clean start, no cones hit. Matt Field initiates into the bank. High on the bank, look at that. Mirroring each other, well done by Matt Field, good lead run. Odie Bakshis, watch his transition, he absolutely slayed it earlier, and he does it again. Holy cow, Odie Bakshis! Can't even say his name right, it's such a good run right now. Odie Bakshis and Matt. Getting this thing going. And here comes Jonathan Hurst in that chase position now. You got to think he's got to pace him, but he doesn't want to overcook it in that chase position and end up in the back end of that vet. Now coming into that first outside zone, Jonathan Hurst comes up a bit short, so Jonathan Hurst getting some grip. And look at Matt Field, gets all the way out there. Jonathan Hurst does have that proximity there. You can see him massaging it, getting out there, knocking out the cone. Oh, getting to the dirt. And now crossing over into that front clip about the third hash mark, and then into that final outside zone. And you can see how it always tightens up kind of when they go into here and tighten it up and get that grip. But everybody, man, everybody's
He
hitting
got the blower out there and swept everything off. But even a little bit of rain, as you could see at the beginning, does make it quite slippery. Here we go. Jonathan Hurst, second run, taking the lead.
Jonathan Hurst, Matt Field here on the second run of this battle. Jonathan Hurst brings on in. Look at Matt Field getting spicy here, even though it might be a little cold. Jonathan Hurst goes out to that second outside zone. Matt Field coming in shallow. Hurst using all of the course, that Cash Racing G37. Now, like you said, Ryan, you're seeing just little puffs of steam hitting those puddles into that front inside clip. And now in that final outside zone, Jonathan Hurst comes in hot. Oh, look at that. Using all the course goes Jonathan Hurst and Matt Field. Oh, am I seeing dry spots there, Ryan? Is that a dry spot? Let's get it more dry, boys. Here we go. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst. Splashing in the puddles, coming into that first outside zone. Looks like speeds are mildly picking up. Let's see how they handle this coming into that second outside zone. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst coming in shallow. Gaining some confidence, both these drivers. Through that second outside zone. Let's see how they handle right here.
Kind of on point. Hurst right here.
That's what I'm saying, right? Let's keep it going. Everybody, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Let's go down. Dry those flows. As Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst.
Battle. Well deserved. Let's see if we can get a winner here that moves on in the top 16.
Jonathan Hurst representing Kentucky at Cash Racing G37. See how they handle it going into that first outside zone. See if they learn something from that first battle. Jonathan Hurst said gaining some speeds, picking it up into that outside zone. Looks like they're mimicking each other from Jonathan Hurst. Oh boy, a little straightening there, almost got some contact. Jonathan Hurst approaching that front clip. You can see him just slightly massaging it around the front clip into that final outside zone. Here goes Hurst. That's what he did earlier. Oh, firing off. In Canada, we've never seen it, I guess, in the United States. All right, and, oh, thank goodness. All right, cool. That'd be a real bummer. Here we go, Matt Field initiating into that first outside zone. The Beast from the Bay and Cash Racing going at it. Here goes Matt Field in that second outside zone. Goes all the way out. Get both of those rear tires inside that outside zone. Oh, and we got contact, my friends. Again, like you said, ascertaining fault. AKA, whose fault is it? So Hurst will lead. Got a clean start. Hurst in that Cash Racing. Oh, wow. Got that active fender. Once again, we saw that. Saw that earlier today as in Pro Spec. Oh man, Cash Racing G37 gets out there. Matt Field, you can see kind of just buffering as he goes to the side of the G37. They are crawling right there.
Yeah,
that is.
I think you could almost run faster than that.
Yo, I think you can run faster than that, Ryan. Yeah, that is absolutely crawling. Here we go, fellas. Odie leading. Matt Field giving chase. Here we go. Odie going into that first outside zone. Matt Field coming in. Let's see how he handled this. Good proximity from both of them. Oh, look at that. Matt Field giving, absolutely mimicking the angle.
We go.
Good angle. Nice job from both the Falcon Tire drivers. Wrapping it around that front inside clip. Odie gripping up. You can see him pulling away from Matt Field. Solid job by both these drivers. Let's see if it helps his vision in the wet. Again, seen some dry spots out here. Woo, look at that initiation by Odie Bakshis. Right to the door of Matt Field. Now coming to that second outside zone. You can see Matt Field deep, Odie taking a shallower line. See if he can work it out there. And Odie, great proximity from him. Oh, taking out that front clip. Actually, Matt Field just did nick it with that front left. Oh, man, Matt Field risking it for the biscuit. Nice job by him. And
challenges and tribulations in Orlando. He's been making it far in competition, looking strong in that beast of a Viper. Here we go.
All right. Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper coming into that outside zone. Oh, and that looked absolutely independent, saving the vehicles from the contact. Matt Field comes out underneath the tower of power. We have these All-American machines coming to that first outside zone. Our second battle of the grade 8. Here goes Matt Field in that second outside zone. Dean Carney, he needs to throw down a solid chase run, and Matt Field, if he keeps it clean, he could have a victory in advancing on to the Final Four. Again, second in points coming to this round of competition, and Carney shuts it down. Field does need to continue through the course in order to get the victory overall, just to solidify, and it looks like that will be the case. So, Drift Cave Corvette, send it, fellas, here in E-Town, under the Tower of Power. Let's see what we got. The 4-cylinder hot hatch of Ryan Turk. And of course, the V8 Vet. Woo, look at that. As Matt Field making his presence felt right there on the door of the Corolla hatchback. Ryan Turk using all of the course
I saw some
all
smoke.
the way out to the line, seeing some smoke. Ryan Sage getting some commentary in here as well. Some nice little quips as Ryan Turk has a wide swing around that front clip, but now brings it into that final outer zone and brings it on home. Ryan,
this is
will lead the beast from the Bay. Ryan Turk giving chase. The history here as Ryan Turk was so excited back in the day from 2003 to here to 2021. Matt Field would love to put a stop to that, though. Literally rain on his parade as Matt Field transitions hot and heavy into that second outside zone. Matt Field digging deep. Ryan Turk maybe giving him a little too much room, but now you can see him catching up here. Let's see how he handles that front clip. Ryan Turk just tapping it, knocking it over into that final outside zone. Matt Field really gripping up with those Falcon tires and bringing it across the finish line. Ryan Turk. And it was unanimous on that OMT, so here we go. Ryan Turk will be leading that come out. Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla hatchback into that first outside zone. Look at Matt Field, the beast of the Bay. The Drift Cave, head caveman going for it right now.
Not playing games.
Yeah, no, we are not playing games at all. This ain't no video game. This is real life, son. As we come into that front clip. Oh, man, look at that. Massive angle there, and look at that shooting out into that final outer zone. Great composure for both these drivers. I got to tell you, Matt Field really keeping it, holding it. Turk, the 4-cylinder turbo nitrous, Toyota Corolla hatchback, angled Matt Field, and this supercharged Corvette, throwing it in the outside zone using all the course. Looks like the course is drying out even more. Look at this, gripping up into that second outer zone. Both of them, 3/4 of the way deep into the outside zone. Matt Field pulling away, not leaving the judge's hands, and shoots. Look at that. Matt Field had a lot of speed coming out of zone 2, and that might have just
Ready for how far that he's gone here. If he can do it, it would be even better. But he's going for Matt Field, who is on fire right now.
It would be wetter and better right now for Matt Field as he takes the lead here in his Falcon tires. Drift Cave, Borla exhaust, Corvette, and Chris Forsberg shuts her down. And looks like Matt Field will continue on through the course. He does need to continue down. Chris Forsberg, a massive correction from him as we send it here. And we are going to see,
That's a mechanical.
Man, that is a mechanical failure here. Oh, what a bummer there. Forsberg is calling him, so keep those lights out. Larry Chen grabbing the photo. Matt Field, what we thought was going to be all him.
My
Just
goodness.
a few rounds ago, and here he is, Matt Field, a victory lap for the Falcon Tire Drift Cave Corvette, the Beast from the Bay, 777, your winner here at E-Town, the debut of the purpose-built Drift Coliseum here at Englishtown Raceway Park. Matt Field gets the victory as Chris Forsberg retires, and the Falcon Tire smoke gets created. Ryan. Distribution Falcon tires, BRZ with Enos oil running through the veins. Here we go. Matt Field throws it in. Dio Shihara looks like he was going to attack. Looks like he pedaled it back. And Matt Field, a little bit of wavering there, hangs on the wall for a very, very long time. And it works out for him. Into that second outside zone goes Matt Field and Dai Yoshihara now transitioning that last outside zone. Matt Field rides it right on the edge. In the transition, looks like Dai did lose some ground, but still maintained the proximity from the distance. What's going through Matt Field's mind? What's going through Dai Yoshihara's mind? But we'll find out. Is somebody going to come out on top in this scenario, in this duo, in this battle? Dai Yoshihara, Matt Field going to that first outside zone. Dai Yoshihara shreds that wing. We don't need no stinking wing. Keeps it going as Matt Field looks like he backs off. Might have got a little gun shy there as they transition that second outside zone. Now bringing it through in that last outside zone is Matt Field. Is he a little hurt? You talked about the analogy of a gazelle. Let's take a look here, Ryan, as Matt Field, who might be limping across, but here he is. Matt Field qualifying 4th, Turk qualifying 20th. And again, that was yesterday, right conditions. Here we go, that Falcon Tires, Drift Cave, Borley exhaust, Corvette into that first outside zone. He is hungry. Ryan Turk initiates. Not as high as Field. Let's see how they handle this. Big angle there from Field, allowing Ryan Turk to get to door, and Ryan Turk now slows down. He spins out, so another scenario similar to that of Travis Reeder. And Matt Field finishing out his run. Chase position. And that transition, Ryan, going from outside zone 1 to outside zone 2, definitely playing a role here. As Ryan Turk initiates. That come out, look at this, he is going for it. Live free or die, that's the motto of his home state of New Hampshire, transitioning back in that second outside zone.
In the top 16, Turk pushing too hard through outside zone 2. Coming through this last section, he knows he just needs to kind of stay within relative proximity. He's going to get the win, move on to the Great 8. And he does
run one between these two gentlemen. Our points leader and the Dozer trying to take him down. Matt Field initiates. Dylan Hughes right there. Backs off a little bit, has to make a correction. But Matt Field, great posture there, and Dylan Hughes a major correction. Coming off that bank. Now out of that second outside zone into the third outside zone. Looks like Dylan has found his sweet spot. And Matt Field, fresh air out front. What do you got? The Permatex BMW initiates, and Matt Field right there. Dylan, great angle, solid initiation. Oh, and we got a tap. Let's see how he handles that, manages it, no problem. Into that second outside zone, taking that love tap. Look at that, continuing on. A great effort from both these guys, an effort and a delivery. Stand and deliver, and bring it across that finish line. Of success. He is your points leader, Denofa. Look at that long run up there. He knows he's got some horsepower on deck. Here we go, boys. This should be one for the ages here at Lake Erie Speedway. Look at that, Chelsea Denofa nosing in, not mimicking that angle, but definitely has the proximity. Let's see how he handles it coming that second outside zone. Matt Field dives in, Chelsea Denofa, mirroring him right there. Nice little glancing across the nose of Chelsea Denofa and bringing around that last and final outside zone. Woo-wee! Told you it's going to be a good spirit of drifting, but you don't want to kind of get all these different analytics. So here we go. Chelsea Denofa out front. Matt Field in chase position. Oh, buddy. Matt Field goes for it. Chelsea Denofa looking a lot more settled, more angle, but Field, watch this. He's going to come in here on the second. Oh, and there was the crease playing another role, and he's really deep in that smoke. Matt Field way offline as Denofa continues through the course. Oh, and Matt Field, alternator. I saw on IG, he requested an alternator. So here we go. Rad Dan Burkett, Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra, Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, piling that Falcon Tires, Grip Cave, Borley exhaust, Corvette. Rad Dan Burkett thrown in, bigger angle there than Matt Field, but does have, as they said, emulating that tire line. The burnout trail coming down now into the power alley, into that second outside zone. Matt Field bathing in the smoke once again. Bat the Body Works as into that front clip. Now in that final outside zone. Here goes Brad Dan Burkett. Great composure for both the drivers. Matt Field almost getting the second half of this battle. See if we get a clean start, and looks like we do. Here we go. Off and running. Matt Field into that outside zone. Dan Burkett giving him a little bit of inches, but really mimicking the height on the bank as Dan Burkett leaves it on the line, hanging out to dry. Into that third outside zone. Dan Burkett forgoes that third outside zone. Tight to that front clip. Nice job by Field and Burkett. Oh, Dan. muscle ups, some kettlebell swings, and now some smoky swings into that first outside zone, chasing down Dan Burkett. Rad Industries gear wrench Toyota Supra. Rad Dan, good angle from him. Matt Field, you can see mimicking, getting into that tire trail. Now coming down, massive, look at the proximity and the angle. He is shadowing everywhere he goes. How's he gonna handle that? Boom. So you can see that. He had to compromise with his transition of Dan in front of Matt Field. He lost that third outside zone, but Dan gave him that, but he compromised outside zone 3. Now I think Matt Field's really gonna turn it up. He does not like leaving it in the judge's hands. He's really gonna flex, and here we go. But Dan Burkett, he is on one here this weekend, and look at this big angle. Oh, and Dan Burkett looks like he might have gotten to the wall, caused him to go down, but regardless, Matt Field, he needs to continue on through this line. If he continues doing at this pace, it is going to be our current points leader, Matt Field, the beast of the Bay, advancing on. Can you feel that? Yep, that's the heat wave, crossing that finish line. To be fair. All right, here we go. Vaughn Kitten Jr. and Matt Field. This is a barn burner. Here we go, Jason Dienda. Let's see who comes out on top. Vaughn Kitten Jr., Matt Field. Matt Field gets to the side, an All-American battle. This is a battle of the All-American muscle, and Vaughn Kitten Jr. leading. Matt Field, the beast of the Bay, making his presence felt. Down into the power house, literally and figuratively, 16 cylinders, toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel. Falcon to Nitto. Past that front clip, and now in that final outside zone. Come on, Seattle! Woo!
Here's why this is interesing to me.
Hurry up, wrap it up. No,
okay.
Tell me later.
New
Hurry.
set of tires for both.
New set of tires for both. Matt Field gets the grip, shoots away from Vaughn Kitten Jr. Both of them have a brand new set of respective tires, Falcons and Nittos. Matt Field a little bit higher. Vaughn Kitten Jr. takes some angle out of it to gain proximity and goes on him. Here going down to that power alley. Vaughn Kitten Jr. lunging forward like a fencing match here in the Olympics. Now bringing into that front clip. There goes Matt Field. Now transitioning into that final outside zone. Who's going to come out on top? Ryan. Woo!
He has certainly developed his game quite a bit, and he is the driver to beat. He is your current leader in the championship, but Forsberg has looked awesome. Here we go.
That's right. What's he going to do to Chris Forsberg? But Forsberg just took down Osbo. Here goes Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Drink. Nissan 370Z, Matt Field right there. Really mimicking the height on that bank now, coming to the power alley. Big angle from Forsberg, transitioning, nasty transition. That snap into that third outer zone was absolutely disgusting in a great way. Sick, bad meaning. Field out front, Forsberg in the chase position. Here we go. Second half of this battle, the Beast from the Bay versus the Force. Matt Field, let's see how he initiates. He locks it up, throws it into the outside zone. Great angle from Matt Field out front. Forsberg drops down a little shimmy now. Coming to that power hour. Let's see how they handle it. Into that second outside zone. Chris doesn't get all the way out there, neither on the third, but Matt Field puts the car in the right place. Now transitioning through into that final outside zone. Both of them filling it up. Great proximity. 26. Not taking anything away. He had a great second run. Here we go. Forsberg, NOS entering Nissan 370Z. On GT tire, here we go. Going into that first outside zone. Matt Field quickly gets to the side of the Nissan. The Drift Cave, Head Caveman, Beast from the Bay. Both of them high and tight. Now into that power alley. Can't even see Matt Field. Into that second outside zone. Forsberg gets out there. Matt Field does have proximity. Fails to get out to the third outside zone. Transitions in. Forsberg, a little bit of a hiccup. You saw that little disruption by Ford. Get a little long-winded on particular items that repeat, but when you've been there before, sometimes you're eager, you're chomping, you're chewing on the bone. Here we go. Matt Field, the Beast of the Bay out front, Falcon tires, Drift Cave, Orla exhaust. It's on those Ford stars. Here we go. Yes, sir. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. Look at that. He threw more angle at it. Chris did as well. These guys are going for it. Let's snap back in that third outside zone. Woo! We got proximity, my friends. Slide into the chat room. Here we go. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. What do you got? Seattle, Matt Field and Forsberg. Come out on top. Who's going against Sanofa? 1, 2, 3. Send it. Here we go. Ryan Turk, Matt Field. They'll come out. Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla hatchback. Slingshotting away. Oh, Matt Field spins out. Matt Field spins out, and Ryan Turk continues on as he needs to. Ryan Turk does need to complete the run in order to have the advantage. He had the lead run. What happened to Matt Field? He's been absolutely poised. He wasn't even apart. Regardless, Matt Field is at a major disadvantage right now. So Ryan Turk, I have to assume he's still going to apply the pressure, but not like he's going forward, just an absolute wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here we go. Matt Field goes into that outside zone. Number 1, Ryan Turk. You can see lacking a little bit of angle, maybe playing safe. I don't consider this an inactive chase at any point, as Ryan Turk now, he misses outside zone 3. Again, major mistake. Incomplete, 1 scored run, 2 scored runs. Matt Field brings it into that final outside zone and crosses that finish. Carney. Got a lot of family and friends cheering him on as well. And here we go. In his first outside zone, bring it all the way in. Matt Field. Let's see where Carnage lands. Comes out of that smoke screen. Right there, right to the side of Matt Field. Great execution. Both of them just tapping that inside clip. Matt Field just right on the edge of the course into that final outside zone. Matt Field digs deep. Unfortunately, Dean Carnage does not hit him. See inside the cockpit, let the handbrake go. You see him 1-2. Oh no, what is going on there? That got very, very interesting. And what? Let's go and continue on with this battle. That was very interesting as Dean Carney comes out of the chute. That Oracle Lighting dodge by for punting. That inside clip out of the way. And Dean Carney dragging the wall, coming into that last outside zone. Looks like they almost alternate positions there. And there they go. So Matt Field, Falcon tires, the drift cave, head caveman, nasty snap into that outside zone. Vortex Supercharger winding it up into that second outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi, look at him jump right to the side. And into that third outside zone, Kazuya, the up garage ISR, 86, doesn't get all the way out there, and then just barely does towards the end, strapping it on, and here we go. Matt Field lets go of that handbrake, ready to throw down. Kazuya Taguchi out front, Matt Field in chase position. Look at that right there. There goes Matt Field, sticking it to the door of that 86. Now transition, letting him go just a little bit, allow him to transition. Now in that third outside zone. Wow, Kazuya Taguchi barely just gets into the dirt at the end of the outside zone. And then both of them get into the outside zone 4. Definitely did show up in practice battles where they were going for it. Here we go. Let's send it, fellas. Let's see if we can repeat what happened in Seattle. Matt Field, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Matt Field initiates that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. Now transition. You see Vaughn Gittin Jr. pedal back just a little bit, giving a little bit of balancing room there. Coming to that third outside zone. You can see the Ford Mustang of Vaughn trying to get a little bit closer here. Now transitioning in that final outside zone. Matt Field doesn't get all the way out to the outside zone 4. And again,
Potentially a hobble.
we'll see. He could buy some time here right now. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Matt Field. We saw him do battle in Seattle. And now here goes Vaughn Gittin Jr. into that first outside zone. And there we go as Matt Field goes in that second outside. Oh! And there it is. So that very well could have caused that. And that was what they were scared of. So he dives in. Vaughn Gittin Jr. continues the rest of this run. And Matt Field goes into qualifying 27th. Kazuya not looking like the progressive Taguchi that we've seen in qualifying. Had to go grab one of those final spots, 7 spots, as Matt Field now comes in. Using all the course, gets out to the touch and go. But nice, good, even keel here. Nice angle from Matt Field. Kazuya Taguchi has to drop back and then up garage ISR 86. Now wrapping around that final front clip. Matt Field hopefully not letting this slip away. Kazuya Taguchi would love to play spoiler and shake things up. As Osbo, Chelsea Denofa, Ryan Turk, they're all watching on. Kazuya Taguchi initiates. Touch and go. Let's see how Taguchi handles it. How does Field? Taguchi slaps the base big time. Wall to wall by Taguchi. Matt Field, this is no pushover. Kazuya Taguchi finishes strong. Give himself a little bit more run up. So here we go. And look at that, Matt Field comes out swinging, out of the chicane into, let's see how he handles it, touch and go. Really deep, nice done. Into that first outside zone, hit the zone. Really deep goes Matt Field once again. Vaughn Gittin Jr. tracking him down, and both of them wrapping nicely around the inside clip. The Monster Energy Nitto tire, Ford Mustang. Let's see what Vaughn's got from Matt Field. Clean start, here we go. Second half of this battle. Who's moving on to the Grade 8? Vaughn Jr. initiates. Doesn't get out to the touch and go, Ryan. Oh! Big angle there from Vaughn Jr. Massive angle from Field as well. Tracking him down. Here goes Matt Field surging in attack. Woo! Look at that! Matt Field, Vaughn Jr. Let's send it. This has huge implications, and there are levels to this game, Ryan. Who's going to step up? Matt Field initiates. Vaughn Jr. to the chase position. Getting out that touch and go, and that was a nice little smooch. Into that second outside zone. Field dragging bumper. Woo, look at that. You can see Vaughn Jr., nice little pass. Out. Matt Field, that is massive and shaking up an earthquake like we felt yesterday here in California. Maybe even bigger than a 4 on the Richter scale. Vaughn Jr. initiating. Oh, Matt Field spins! What happened? Oh, wow, look at that, he broke. And look at this, Travis Reeder will lead, Matt Field will give chase. And Travis Reeder, Link Engine Management, BMW. Both of them LS's, oh, look at Matt Field. Quickly gets to the side of him. Wow, he is not gonna back down. Here comes Reeder, pass it inside clip. Matt Field, that Falcon Tires, Boyle Exhaust Drip Cave Corvette. Absolutely going ham right now. If he's gonna win it, he's gonna get it done. The beasts of the bay, the claws and the teeth are showing here at Irwindale. Woo! Falcon Tires, the beasts of the bay out front. Travis Reeder, the Grim Reeder, here we go. Matt Field throws it in, Travis Reeder. Now coming down the pipe. Travis Reeder transitioning. Tracy down, Matt Field, oh, we got contact. The front bumper's taken off. Matt Field continues on. No bumper, no foul. Past that second inside clip. Approaching that final outside zone, Ryan. Matt Field. Couple more turns. Whoa, big
Essa did a much better job of doing that, I think, on his lead run.
All right, here we go. All teal and blue Falcon Tire battle. We got the classic Mustang versus Corvette. JTP versus Matt Field. Again, Matt Field. Oh, look at it. Oh, big hit. Will advance on into the Grade 8, and his championship effort is still alive. Let's lay out, listen to the beast from the Bay, Matt Field. Could be the battle of the night. Fighting for the championship, bragging rights. Here we go. Denofa and Matt Field, tip to tail. Go to that first outside zone. Denofa throws some angle at it. Taps the wall. Matt Field slides into position. Right there's a dogfight. Past that inside clip goes Denofa. Now in that second outside zone goes Denofa. Now Field. And into that second front clip. Field has the proximity, not exactly the angle, and falls back a little bit there. And Field, short twist of the story. Clean start, here we go. Matt Field, Chelsea Denofa. Matt Field throws it in. Good angle, throw some more at it. Look at that, dragging bumper! Whoa, look at that. Now pass. Oh, Chelsea Denofa dives into the wrong side of that inside clip. That's a major mistake by Denofa. We haven't seen it all night. But now he backs it in, backs into that bumper once again with a lack thereof. Matt Field could see himself into the Final Four. Make some noise!
And all the guys along the way have done a tremendous job, and now we're going to be battling out the winner of the brackets.
Here we go, Odie Bakshis and Matt Field. Matt Field initiates, right, chasing him down. Look at that angle for both these guys. Having a blast as Odie Bakshis past that front clip. And now into that second outside zone. I mean, they're looking like two teal and blue shadows. Oh, that field. Shots fired. A correction there. Now, Ryan, was the contact made due to dropping the hard?
Usually these guys do not want to get iced on.
All right. Here we go. So Matt Field with that deficit. He's going to try to throw down a gangster run. And Matt Field throws it in. Nice job by Field. Odie Bakshi's all up in the mix. The frenemies right now, it looks like Odie Bakshi's getting a little out of line, and now contact was made. Odie applying the pressure, banging on the door of Field. If you want to knock, I'll knock, says Odie Bakshi's. Down to that final outside zone.